taking up your assignment seriously, and also okay, that. So I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to share my screen now, and then we hit the ground running. Okay. So today I want us to look at a particular node that is also very powerful. All right. We'll look at a particular node and then explore other CRM integration. All right. So one of the nodes I want us to look at here is one of the nodes I want us to look at. In fact, not one of the node I want us to look at here is the HTTP node. What did I say, everybody? HTTP node. Say it.
HTTP.
node. We don't do big boy or big man or big woman here. HTTP node.
HTTP node.
Okay. Now that node, see it like your savior when you are lost. Just like your code node. Right? See it like a savior when you are lost. What do I mean by a savior when you are lost? Let me add it here. HTTP node. The HTTP. All right. Now this HTTP node, what it does is sometimes, in fact, before now, some of these app-based nodes were not on N8N. As at 3 months ago, they were not on N8N. As at December, even when they released version 2, November was version 1.5 or thereabout. Then version 2 came December, and they've been releasing updates. Most of the nodes, like Amplify, was not in existence. Like SAP API was not in existence. Like Tably was not in existence, and most of them. But now, would you say that, okay, well, you want to make use of Tably, you want to make use of PO3, you want to make use of Amplify, but the node does not exist in N8N. Would you now say that, oh, because it doesn't exist, you will no longer make use of it? The answer is no. Do you understand? So you make use of this node. All right. Now this node allows you, it sounds like a browser. It allows you to pull data or send data to anywhere, right? To any other platform using the application, the application programmable interface. Please, everybody say API, application programmable interface. Say it. API, which is
API.
application programmable interface.
Application
All right.
programmable interface.
I mean, the application like that though. But now, that API is what you use, all right? Is what links one app over there to your app there. Look at your Gmail, for instance. You may not know, which is why I also told everybody to use your trial account. You may not know that your Gmail is linking into your N8N using all those APIs. Your type form, every other thing is linked to using API. However, some of them you can link automatically, all right, while some of them you link it manually. But on HTTP here, you do not link automatically. You must, which is part of the reasons I kept on saying that you must know how to read and read it, understand it. Because most of the things you're going to do with this node, you probably have never seen them before. Have not seen them before. You don't know how to make use of them, but you're going to look at them for the first time. You read documentation and you will now make use of it. Do you understand? So, since today I want to take us through, I'm just going to do something short, all right? But I want to take us through integrations, API integration, okay? This code node And
N8N.
please mute your mic. Onya hooligan, mute your mic. All right. So now we are going to integrate something we can use as our CRM. And also, before now we've just been integrating only Gmail spreadsheet. And some of you will be asking, is it only Gmail that we're going to make use of? Is it only spreadsheet we're going to make use of? No. I told you people to register on Airtable. So we're going to use Airtable today. We're going to use Typeform today. I told you people to register on Typeform as well. We're going to make use of it, and we are going to look for what we are going to make use of it in this HTTP node. Do you understand? So let us start. So how does this HTTP node work? There are methods you use to function or you use on this HTTP node. So let me explain this part by part. All right. First thing you see here is the import client URL, CURL. Import client URL. Any platform you see CURL, just know that half of your problem is solved. What did I say? Any platform you see CURL, half of the problem is what?
Solved.
Thank you. What does it mean? Instead of you to come here to set these things manually, once you import CURL, you do not just get CURL out of the blue moon. You go to that platform to copy it and paste it here. All right? It will fill up automatically all these places. All right? So, but if there is no CURL, sometimes you need to write custom API. And when you need to write custom API, don't bother yourself, don't scratch your head, right? Just go to ChatGPT to give you custom API formats for so platform on HTTP node on N8N. That's just like we did with the code node. Right now, I've shown you how to use, but in the past classes, I've shown you how to use AI to do things you want to do. Okay? So if any point in time you are stuck, okay, you just copy this node, tell it to give you your custom blah 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 you want to use. You understand? Now I'm going to do something here. Someone is asking of let's integrate Typeform. We have already done form using N8N form. How about a different kind of form that people out there use a lot? Companies use Typeform. Such people do not use N8N form. But then let us explore this Typeform that you have been seeing. A lot of you have filled Typeform, but you don't know the form you fill. Typeform is very interactive, right? Now we are going to do what? We are going to use Typeform. When we use Typeform, we pass it through this HTTP node, pass it through another CRM, which we can use Airtable. All right? Is that clear? I hope nobody on the law because we never start. All right. If you want, you can take a 5 minutes break. You go walk around and come back. All right. So we can do what? Get there. Okay. So let me remember this week. 2 day. All right. Now this is week 2 day 2. So now I'm going to remove this and start afresh. Sorry, I made a mistake here. I was explaining something and I skipped it. Now, there are different types of methods. There is your delete, there is your get, there is your head, options, patch, post, and put. Trust me, if you're going to build 100 automations using your API or HTTP request node, all right? 99.5 of this is going to be on get and post. You understand? Get and post. All right, that is what 99.5% of it is going to be. And maybe the next one is going to be something like patch. Now, what do they mean? Deletes. I'm going to just explain this, the one you can, every other thing here, you do not, you're probably not going to ever use them. All right. Delete means, just like the name goes, you delete something from that platform, that database. All right. You delete something. You intend to delete something. Okay. That is when you use it. Get means to get an information, to pull, to receive, to collect. That's get. Head. Head is when you are sending, when you are sending data, there is head, there is body, all right? When you are sending only head, that is, how do I split it? Like a document now, like a document, you see there is the header, right? And there is the body. So that's header part, all right? Now, your post is when you are sending, you're not pulling, you're not getting, you are not deleting, you are sending, all right? And your patch is you are editing, all right? Then your your patch is updating rather, and your put is you are kind of replacing, right? If I'm not mistaken with that. Okay? But the things that matters to us is going to be get and post. Now, this your get and your post for every platform you are, for every application you are, there is a method there. You're not the one manufacturing the method. There is a method for it. That is why you need to read documentation. All right. There is a method for it. So you take that method and come here. But if there is a CURL for that platform, just copy the CURL and come and import. Everything will update on its own. All right. So are we ready to see how that works?
Yes, sir. We are ready, sir.
Everybody, are you ready?
Yes, Auntie.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We are
All right.
ready.
Okay. So let's come here. Let us put type form. Type form. Now this is type form trigger. Okay. Now let me delete my token here. Let me delete it. Okay. Let me delete it so that I can get another. I've already told you people to register on all these platforms from day one. So nobody's going to tell me that, no, the long message I wrote in the group and I keep sending it to anybody that registers. It is there. Register on N8N, type form, Airtable, this and that. All right. Now, this is type form. Now I will just go to type form. We'll go to type form. All right. Let me go to type form. If you've not registered, just go to type form and register. Okay. Now, type form is going to give you 10 free. Type form is going to give you 10 free forms per month. So while you're testing it, test it judiciously. Okay? Test it judiciously so that you don't exhaust all your usage in one. But then, even if you exhaust it, you can register another account and continue with your test. All right. So here, I'm logging into Typeform. Okay, I'm logging into Typeform. What happens? If I'm personally deleted. Okay, so I'm logging into Typeform here. Okay, now I've logged into Typeform, correct? Typeform is not an entirely free, or you can see it. Hey, just to let you know, you can collect 10 responses this month for free. And I told you that everything you're going to use in this class is going to be free, all right? I don't want you guys to pay for anything, right? Let me delete this, and then you also delete this. You also delete this. Okay. So first thing first, I want to integrate my type form to my N8N. All right. I want to integrate my type form to N8N. Right. So I'm going to click my profile. All right. Now let's look at something here. I'm clicking my profile, right? But see, I'm clicking my profile, it's coming back. So let me go here. All right. And let me go to my settings. Sorry. Let me go to settings. Okay. And I go to personal token. Personal tokens. Okay. Let me delete this token that is here, so that will generate a new token. Now, when you go to settings, you go to personal tokens, you go to what? Generate new token. And this new token I'm generating, look at it here. What is the token name? You put the token name, right? So let me use Ultima Spark. All right. Scope. Do you want to use all scope or you want to do custom scope? Why would you want to do custom scope when you want it to have full scope, right? So just why not do full scope? Okay. Then you generate the token. Now this token, I copy it. This is your access token that integrates your type form and your N8N. What integrates your type form and your what? N8N. For you to be able to use your type form inside N8N, it is this. All right. So I'm going to use this. I'll come here, open this node here, set up credentials. Now you see this access token. Right? There's access token option. There's two options. Access token is the easiest. So what do? I paste that access token and click on save. Connection tested successfully. All right, it means it has connected successfully. Okay. Then here, you can see that it is trying to, it is now trying to make me select the form. It's trying to make me select the form, but here, now another thing that I need to tell you is this. You see things like this, when they show up, do not just assume that you know it. Always read this that thing here, always read it. Do you understand? Always read that thing here to know, should you turn this on or should you turn it off? So what does it say? Whether to convert the answers to a key value, title answer to be easily processable, something like that. Okay, I will need that. Then only answers. We need only answers. Whether to return only the answers of the form and not any of the other sides. So I have to turn it on. Do you understand? Then I will close this. I have linked my type form to my N8N. Do you understand? I have done what? I have linked my type form using the key to my N8N. Now this is how you link a couple of other things. Okay. Now, assuming I do not know how to link it, assuming this is my first ever time of linking it, what do? There are options. Webhook URL or credential. Okay. But now let's do something. Let me delete this key. Let me delete it. I've deleted it. So assuming I am linking it for the first time, what do? I will hit credential, and let's say I have never heard about that form before. I never heard about that form before. What do? I will simply read docs. This is where I tell you it is important you know how to read. I will simply read docs. Read our documentation. I will open it. You can now use, you understand? These are the things, supported authentication method, API token, blah, 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 blah. Now, this is please mute your mind. It's very noisy. Is there any other person seeing my screen aside him? Are you people seeing my screen?
Yes, I'm seeing. Yes,
We
I'm
can
seeing your
see your
screen.
screen.
Yes, we are on your screen.
Okay. Now, when I click on that open, or when I click on that read docs, it's took me to here. This is where I will read how to make use of these types, how to link it specifically with this or with this. So now, look at it. Using API token, to configure this credential, you will need a Typeform account and a personal access token. To get your personal access token, log into your Typeform account, select profile avatar. Let me assume I am doing this for the first time. Let me assume I'm doing this for the first time. Let me delete this. Let me assume I'm doing it for the first time and I'm supposed to read with this. And I'm supposed to follow the documentation. All right. So let us see what happens. I close this. I close it. Okay. I'm linking Typeform for the first time. What do? I open. I come here. Read and write. Read and understand. Good. Set up credential. Read our docs. I'll go to read our docs. And I'll say, okay, I'll just quickly be reading. I'll now say, okay, using API token. To configure blah, 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 you need Typeform account. I create Typeform account, then I go to access, and I will need access. Now, I will now follow to get personal access token, log into your Typeform. I log in, okay. Then I come back, select your profile avatar in the upper right and go to account. Then your setting. So what does that mean? Profile avatar, account, and your settings. Are you seeing it? I'm just following what they wrote here. Assuming I do not know. I'm following what they wrote here. Then I'll now go back and say, okay, select generate a new token. Give your token a name like. Okay, then I will go there and do what? Look for generate a new token. Okay, hold on. I don't understand this, but I will now say, okay, select profile avatar in the upper right, go to account, your settings, then personal token. I skipped this step and I got confused. Then I have to come back to look at it. I will now go back there, personal token. I'll click on personal token. The next step is what? The next step is what? Select generate a new token. Give your token a name. I will now select generate a new token. Give my token a name. Let me select this name I gave it before. I will now go back. For scope, select custom scope, select this scope, forms, read, webhook, read, and write. Then select generate token. But then I don't want to do manual scopes. I just want to do all scopes. I'll do what? So if I pass that, I'll do what? Select generate token. Okay, then I'll go with generate token. Token has been generated. Now let me go back and see. Copy the token and enter it into your N8N credential. I will now do what? Copy the token, go back to my N8N, enter it here. Voila. Has it worked or not? I want to hear everybody. Has it worked or not?
It's work on your own screen.
It has.
Only your own screen.
It has worked, sir.
Okay. Why did it work? Because I followed it step by step, step by step. Assuming you didn't know it before, that is how you read something. You will not say, oh, I've not done this before, so I cannot do it. No, it is wrong. All right. Now, this is how to do for this. Now, for the auth2, all right, auth2, to configure this, you need a Typeform account, the client ID generated when you register an app, blah, 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 blah. Now, I've never used this auth2 before. I've never used auth2 on Typeform before, but let us see how can I use auth2. To get your client ID and client security, register a new Typeform app. Log into your Typeform account. In the upper left, select the drop down for organization and select developer apps. Okay. So let's go back there, right, and see this is the organization, right, and developer apps. Okay, so let us see how this is going to work. Developer apps, I select it. Next thing there is use the developer apps. Select register a new app, enter app name. I'll go there, select register a new app, and I'll enter app name. Ultima Spark. Let me use Ultima Spark. Okay. Then I go back and again enter your N8N base URL as the app website. N8N base URL. What is your N8N base URL? Let's go. Let me add a new credential and I use Ox. I'm creating for Ox now. I use Ox. This is the base URL. Right? I copied it. However, there is something. Now, the redirect URL is what I have copied. I'm going to paste the redirect URL. For now, the base URL, there is something it is saying here. Enter your N8N base URL as the app website. For example, now what is your base URL? Do you know where you can find your base URL? Look at your base URL here. This is your base URL. For some of you who have N8N test, this current one, your trial account, it will stop at .cloud. I'll copy this as my base URL and I'll paste it here. Okay, then the redirect URL, let me clean it and also follow it step by step. Now, from N8N, copy the auth redirect URL. Enter this into the type comp. Okay. Now, what is auth redirect URL? Look at it here. This is the auth redirect URL. I will copy it and I will go here to paste it. Developer email. Let me hear what it will tell me about developer email. Okay. Register app. Now, it did not say anything about developer email. So let me just go ahead and register app. Now, developer email. Let me put my email account. Then I register app. All right. It has given me client secrets. Let me copy the client secrets. But before that, let me hear what it will tell me about client secret. Once you enter both, okay, the developer app, okay, sorry, copy the client secret and enter it into your N8N credential. Let me copy the client secrets, right? This is the client secrets. I copy it. I go into client secrets. I paste it. Remaining client ID. So where will I find the client ID? I will read again. In the type form, select got it. Close the client secret modal. The developer apps panel displays new app. Copy the client ID and enter it. Okay, I'll follow it. Select got it. All right. And here, the client ID. Just as it says, I'll copy it and I'll come here. I will paste it. All right. Then it will show me connect type form, right? There was a problem generating blah 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 blah. Sometimes when this happens, what do? Let me try it again. There was a problem, but it showed successful false, then now showed error. I will close it. Okay, when I close it, I will reload. But then let me check if there is any step I am. So once you enter both, follow on screen prompt to finish the authorization in the app. Okay. So I'm loading this. Sometimes when everything could be right, but you just need to reload. All right. But this is how any app at all, you do what you read. You read to follow. Okay. So let's try this again and see what happens. You can see now I have reloaded. It has opened. Okay. Accept. I'm accepting, and it has connected successfully. Okay. I have, like I said, I have never used client ID and client secret on type form, but I am able to use it now because I simply read this documentation. Do we get it? Is that clear? This one now, nobody, like I'm telling you, nobody is going to do this part for you. No special skill in doing this part. The only skill that is needed is reading with your eyes and using your brain to understand. You can see it step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. I have to follow it step by step, step by step, step. But if somebody can walk across now and see me doing it, the person will be like, you don't use this thing before now. No, I have never used this OT2 on platform ever before. I normally use personal access token. And when I opened personal access token, you guys saw that I have personal access token there. I had to delete it. But when I opened the OT2, you saw that there was nothing there.
Please, sorry, how did you get to the personal token, please? Can you just repeat that?
I'm not repeating it. Go here to your documentation. That was why I showed you how to do it. So this is your task when you're doing it. Go to your N8N documentation, click on read our docs, follow it step by step. Do you understand? Even if I tell you now, you can just cram it. Then what about when you meet another integration that is not type form? Will you still call me to come and do it for you? No, you will not call me. And secondly, you do not review these keys. Don't ever review this key, especially when you're working for a client. Because if you review this key to anybody, you're potentially putting that client into big financial loss or danger. So that is why they are well protected. It's only for your eyes, and you securely hold them. If possible, you create encryption for them. All right. But you see this personal access token, API, and all this. Okay. Go to read your docs. Follow it step by step. You see step 1, step 2, follow it step by step. As you're following, log into your account, select this. Let me go back to here. Okay. Log into your account. I log into my account, right? I log into my account. Select the avatar. Why is it open? Select your profile avatar and go to accounts. I will go here, select profile avatar. Look at profile avatar here. Anywhere profile avatar is profile avatar. This profile avatar, I will select this account, then I'll select your settings. Look at it here, clearly written, your settings. Then after your settings, personal tokens. I will now go back there and look for personal tokens. Okay. I'll go back there to read again. Select generate a new token. I will go back there and generate a new token. Let me delete this. This is the how many token I'm deleting. Look at it. I'll select a new token. I will check again. Give your token a name, like N8N integration. I will give my token a name, any name I want. The next step is for scope. Select custom scope, select scope, read, blah, 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 blah. I will do what? Select, I want all scopes, like generate, select them, and it tells me select generate token. I select the generate token, which I've already done. Then the next step is copy the token and enter it into your N8N credential. I copy the token, come to that N8N, all right? Come to that N8N here. Because now this is marking red because I deleted it. Then I'll come to that N8N token here and put it. And I save. Voila, it turns green. Is there any special thing I did? Sorry, who asked that question? I was not supposed to answer you because
I'm sorry, I got it. It's okay. I've gotten it here. Thank you.
I wanted to wait for let me check that person. Who is that first of all? Who?
It's confidence.
Confidence. Was it confidence? That's not confidence voice. That's not confidence voice. Confidence, are you here and they're giving you allegations?
Confidence, you don't cholesterol bullets.
Okay.
So
So
I have a question.
hold on first. So this is it. Okay. Now I will now go to type form to create a form. All right. Let me delete this form. I will go to type form to create a form. Okay. So when I copy this, all right, I go back to my workspace and type form. Now I'm not here to teach you type form. Type form is a different, even you can even automate on type form. All right. So if your client needs that, okay, I need my form to be on type form, I need it to be on Jot form, I need it to be on Google form, I need it to be here, I need it to be there. You know that it is that form your client needs. Use that form. Don't tell your client that, oh, I don't know how to make use of type form. I don't know how to make use of Jot form. You will see that the same ideology we used in building um, N8N form is the same ideology here. However, type form just has more complication or more complexity, rather, not complication. Type form has more complexity that you would play around with, automate. All right, type form has it. So here, we're going to create new form. Okay? So let us do something along the line of what Precious Achonye said. That he got somebody who asked him to build something that would go online to search for data online, right? So we are going to use that using HTTP node, okay? Now start from scratch. Start from scratch. Because we are using this thing, N8N, so we start from scratch. Right? So this is your type form. Okay, this is your type form. Now, because this is type form, you can easily use your AI to create its AI, all right? But then let me just add some elements. So what are the things I need? I need contact info. Okay, contact info. This is the contact info. Okay, and the type form, these are contact info, right? So this one now they have added phone number, email, something. All right. Next content I need is a drop down. Let me take a drop down. And in this drop down, what is the question I need? So let me say I'm building okay. Let me do this. Let me say I am building something that goes online to search for jobs online. Right? It goes online to search for jobs online. Okay. So let me remove this one here. Let me remove this number 2. Okay, and I'll add content. Now the contents, what contents do I need here? Short texts. I take short texts. Okay. The short text is going to be, the short text here will be something like, let's say job title. All right. Now look at that description in on N8N. Here is called what? Placeholder. But on this one it is called description. Do you understand? So here is going to be please enter a job title. All right. Another thing I'm going to add is job location. Where do you want it to search for the job location? All right. I'm going to add another thing here and say job location, job location. And for those of you who want to, for those of you who would like to search for companies, maybe your, some people here will understand what I'm talking about. You want to pull your lead. Okay, you want to pull lead from a certain area, maybe from US or from Nigeria or things like that. Then you want to pull leads that are into a particular type of business or company, you can use a system like this. Okay. This is job location. Yeah, let me go back to this job location and say, please enter the location of the job. All right. Let me just leave only these three items. But remember, these three items expanded a lot. First name, phone number, email, company, job title, and this, right? Now, I'm going to, very important. Okay, fine. If you want to design, you design and all those things. But then I'm going to rename this to job search form. All right. And I rename it. Okay. Now, if I go to this N8N here, but I will go to N8N to choose that particular form. Look at it, job search form. Okay. Then I will now do what? Execute it to listen to the test event, just like you always do. Listen to the test event. So here I'm not going to fill this form, right? This is preview, and this is how it appears, right? Sorry, is it preview I'm supposed to use or share? Yeah, I'm going to click on share. That means I'll publish the form. All right, I'll publish the form. Then I copy the link of this form, just like you also copy the link of your N8N form, right? But this one, you will now copy the link. Okay, open it in a browser. If you don't do this, it's not going to work. Open it in a browser, or you give anybody, your client, the form, or you understand, or when they finish reading the form, they can give it to you or something like that. So here, I'm going to put my name as Mike Chen. Sorry, Mike. Then here, my last name will be Chen, right? My phone number, the country, which country? Nigeria. All right, my phone number, I put my phone number, email address is there. Here it's Ultima Spark. Now, depending if you want to use all this. Now, if you don't want to use all that, you can do it manually, right? Now, job title, let me say AI automation or AI automation engineer, right? I hit OK. I believe some of you have filled form and seen this animation before. Job location, let me say Canada, right? And I submit. Now, if my N8N is still listening, it will pick the data. Now look at it, it has picked the data from that form that I filled. Are you seeing? It has picked the data from the form I filled, right? Then here we will now choose, we will now come here to do what? Pick the items we pick, but then we will pin as usual. Let us pin as usual and do our edit field. Now, our edit field, as you all know, is important. Okay, we'll now pick the items that we need from there. Okay, we'll pick the items that we need from there. But look at something very obvious here. Look at something very obvious. Let's be searching. Let's look at something very obvious here. Let me see. There is no time on this type form. Okay, landed at, submitted at. Okay, it still took that same time pattern, right? But then I don't want to make use of their time. I want to create my own time. Okay, here. So on this edit field, we'll mark the name. Let's say we want to map the two names together. All right, map the two names together. Okay, Mike Chen, and we'll mark this one, the phone number. Instead of allowing all these long things to show, you can just say full name. All right. Sometimes you also need this. Okay, let me separate both of them. Let me separate them because sometimes, depending on the business use case, you need them to be separately, right? So here will be first name, and here will be last name. Okay. Then this one will be what? Phone. All right. Now if I map email, I'll map email, company. Do I need company? I really do not need company here, though, but I just feel it, but I don't need it, so I will remove it and I'll put job title. I'll map job title, then job location. You understand? Job location. I'll mark the job location. Okay. Then time. I want to use my own time. All right. So I will now use time stamp. Okay. So where am I getting the timestamp from? I'm going to just simply go to my AI and tell my AI, give me a dot now JSON time for Lagos time zone. Lagos time zone. Okay, it will give me dots now here. Look at it here. Okay, so I'll copy this and I'll test. Look at the time. Okay, this is the time here. It showed me, then I will execute. That's taking this time. Now remember, this time was not coming from anywhere, but so it means that whenever a form is submitted, it will pick the current time that this code here is producing. It will pick it and flow. Remember, I told you that your edit node is another powerful node that you can even use it to bring in data that is not in existence. Okay, you can use it to manipulate data as well. You can use it to put new data to your workflow. Do you understand? Look at this now. Okay. Now, another thing I want to do is I want to go and search the internet for this specific job. So, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? All right. Let me say I want to search Google, okay, for this specific job. So, what do I have to do? Let's say there is Tavli here. Look at Tavli. Tavli is in existence. But let us say there is no Tavli. Or there is no SAP API. There is also SAP API. Look at SAP API. Let's say there is no Tavli or there is no SAP API, and we want to make use of any of them, right? Let's use Tavli. Okay. So I'll use HTTP. Assuming Tavli does not exist, and I want to search through Tavli. So I'm going to make use of HTTP. All right. I will use HTTP node. Okay. Now this HTTP node, how do I now use it? I will go to Tavli. Now, everybody listen. I'm showing you how to integrate external form. Creation of CRM. That is what I'm showing you here. Okay. Now, the same way you are integrating your Tavli, the same with this node, is the same way you integrate any other one. The same way I'm going to go in there to read the documentation, to read how I'm going to make use of it. All right. So now let me go to Tavli. Let's go to Tavli. All right. Okay, I have Tavli here. If I have any key there, I'm going to delete it. So that I'll generate a new one afresh. All right. I don't change, so my device only recognize me. Okay. So I'm going to, yeah, I log in to Tavli, right? Now, This is my tablet, right? This is my tablet. I have a key here, so let me delete this key so that you see that I don't have anything at all, right? Then this tablet here, I'll just come and say, how do I make use of tablet? How do I make use of tablet? There is something here called documentation. I simply go to that documentation. Do you understand? I go to the documentation, get an API key. I click on get an API key, right? But before I get that API key that has redirected me to this place, look at API key. This means to create, right? But before I get the API key, there's something I need to do. I need to actually read this documentation to know how to use them. Now, look at this. I want to search the web. This is to search the web. This is to extract web pages. This is to crawl web pages. This is to map web pages. This is to create research stats. So I want to search the web. Okay? I want to search the web. Searching this web, something very wonderful has appeared here, which is what? CURL. CURL has appeared. Okay? Now, this CURL, how do I make use of it? Okay, just like I told you then, that once you see CURL, know that half of the problem has been solved. So I will copy this CURL. Now, in this CURL, look at things that you just look at this. Okay, authorization means your API token is going to be here. Then there are other things here that we are going to look at. But this authorization means this is your API token, and it wrote here token, which means we're going to delete this and boost your token. All right. So let me copy this CURL and show you how CURL works. Why I say half of your problem is solved. Now, instead of me coming here to type this thing one after the other, I'll just click on import CURL and I will paste it. And I will import. Look at the wonders that is going to happen. You can see it has set all these things automatically. That sets them, so I do not need to do the work manually again. It has set this authorization where it's supposed to be, set the bearer token where it's supposed to be. All right. Now, where is the bearer token? Where is the token? The token is now this API token here I'm supposed to create, API key. As an automation engineer, remember, you will be doing all this almost every time. This is not something that you say, oh, it's too difficult, I can't. No. The person that said something to use and search the web, these are things you use to search the web. Your SAP API, your tablet, there are others you can use to search the web. Do you understand? So here, I am going to create this API key, and I will name my key. Let me just name it N8N. All right. Rate limit. Rate limit is very important. Remember, I don't know if I've told you guys that when you're sometimes your workflow, and it's also another reason you need. It's also another reason you need what's it called? Loop and wait. Now the rate limit here is related to 100 requests per minute. 100 requests per minute. Okay. So imagine when in a minute, more than 100 people are requesting for this thing. You understand? In this free account. But then when you upgrade, you get limited to 1,000 requests per minute. But for now, 100 requests per minute, these are the things you should take note of. But once you have 100 requests, more than 100 requests in 1 minute, they will block you up. All right. Then limit usage. Do I need to limit the usage? No. All right. I don't have to limit monthly usage. So let me just create. And when I create, the key is here. The almighty key is here, right? So I copy this key and I go here and I replace. Now, let us try with this. I put that token inside it and I execute that. Let us see. authorization failed. So which means let me remove this here and let me remove this here. And let me check again and see if authorization will still fail. Now it has gone. Now, who did he search? He searched for who is Lionel Messi. All right. And he brought us search engine results for Lionel Messi. You understand? But limited results. Now, let us go to the next part of how you do your API bookings and your other things. If you look at here, when you have things like this, if you look at here, all right, we will need to now do mapping. So I will click on this expression and open it just like we do other times. Now, what do I need to search? What am I searching? What I'm searching is what? What am I searching? Automation, so AI automation engineer. Do you understand? I'll set that job title and put it inside here. I'll drag it and put it inside here. Sorry, it did not enter into that one. I'll take it and put it inside here. All right. Also parameter, you can leave all other one. Topic general. You want a general topic of, all right, chunks per source, maximum results. The maximum result is on 1, but let's put maximum results to be 5. Right? Depending on how many you want. Time range. What time range do you want? Do you want things that happen so period? You can view that on your form. Okay? Start dates and end dates. When do you want this? When do you want the job that was, you know, all these things. Now, let's assume that you want let's assume you have specific things you want to search from their start date and things like that. You want your form to search. You always include those things into your form, right? Now let's do 2026, 3rd of, and put 27th, and end date is 03 2026. It means that for every site, it will search with this. But include raw content, posts, and everything. But now there is something, country. Country, I'll remove this country and put this job location there. All right. Now let us try. Let us search and see. Now, invalid guessing, but the unexpected C in country, Canada is not. Okay. Let me. Okay. This Canada should be translated to CA. CA. All right. Let's check CA. Let's check CA. Okay. Usually it's okay. The C in country CA. So where is it getting in computer is not a valid person. Where is it getting this? Let me undo this. Okay. So let me do this again. Now I'm going to show you something, right? This is the case. If you give me error, yeah, I'm going to take this. All right. And I'll go to AI. Okay. Now, I'm using what's it called, Tavli, right? On SAP API has jobs separately, Google Jobs separately. All right, but let's use SAP API. We'll not always use the easier one. Let's not always use the easier one. All right. Okay, so which does it mean? Country. Okay. So let's say it needs a bracket. You need something to cover it. Where is it? You need something to cover it. Okay, let's try again and see. Okay, yeah, it has. So it's just that covering here, this mark here. And where did I get that correction? Just from the AI, right? To know that, okay, this is was the problem, this thing here. Colon, Abi, semicolon, which is the column? That frame at the top. All right. Then look at the results. These are the results. So what actually happened? It did not give me web results. What actually happened? Probably there are no real-time results within these dates I set. Okay, so let me set something, a date that is before, let's say 01. All right. Or alternatively, the source is not using Google as source. Do you understand? It's not using the normal Google web search as source. That would be another issue here. Do you understand? That would be another issue. But then, let's do this. It has gone to search the internet, right? It has searched the internet and just that it's not picking results. Or Google is not giving it permission to, sorry, Google is not giving it permission to pick, what's it called? It's not giving it permission to pick Google jobs because Google has that SAP API, like, or Google Programmable. There's a platform called Google Programmable, right? Where you can use to search things like this. And lately, for instance, that HTTP node, right? You can use it before now. You can use it to search the internet without putting all these SAP API. 4 months ago, you can do it, but now you cannot do it anymore. They have locked all those things. All right. So let me just see if there are. Okay. You are using start states. You are limiting results to very low. Exactly. I thought about limiting the results. This disable smart query optimization. So I'm going to turn this to true. Country, job location, Canada. So yeah, I'm going to turn this to true. Topic general. I don't want to leave this guy open, right? But I'm going to turn auto parameters true. So what ChatGPT is suggesting, saying things are correct, right? But it's suggesting that I am limiting the search query. This disable the smart query optimization, weaker search result. Okay, that is one, and that is the default it came with, right? So let me turn this to 2 and see what is going to give us. For each of these results is each of these settings I'm making here is actually consuming from my API. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you, right? Include answer true, include raw content, include answer. Let me check. Include answer here, is it true? Include answer, yeah, include answer. True. Let me turn this to true also and test again. It's still giving limited. I don't want to remove this country here because we've already mapped it. I don't want to remove, okay, let's try and remove country and see what's going to happen. Also limiting the results. Okay, so let me check if there are other corrections. Fixed dates. Use pass range only. Okay. What's today's date? Today is 29. Okay, let me use pass date. Pass range 28, and I use 2. This is actually not a job search, but it was just job search. Yeah, look at it. I've increased the date range, right? I've increased the date range it has given. But now let me put back that Canada. I am stubborn. Let me put back that Canada here and see. Okay, let's put back the Canada and see what is going to give us. It's going to limit. It's going to still limit the search result. Okay, it brought this out. So here, looking at it, it has given us search results from Canada, right? Search results from Canada, generative AI automation, and all that. Okay. So this is, we have integrated this was the time. I've integrated this, mapped it, and used the HTTP to search or to pull data from Tably. Now let me open Tably. Before it was how many? 20. All right. So let me reload it so that we see how many I've used. Every time you use, look at it, 28. That's changed to 28, right? All those things you reload, you are testing, they are all us picking data there. Okay, this one everywhere is quiet. Are you people here at all?
Yeah, we are following.
We are following.
I don't hear anybody. Are you sure you're following?
We
It's
are
getting
following.
blurry.
Okay.
We are not following, no. It's
We are
confusing.
following.
No,
We are
just
not
eyes don't
following. No, we
flow.
are not following.
So this one is very confusing.
Yes,
Very,
Today's one
very,
is
very,
low.
very, very.
yes, I understand. I understand, right? But I will just give you as something you practice with. Next class is by Wednesday, so just do it. Use the video, right? Practice it. I will go back to explain the core concept. But now, this part is very, very key because if you're meeting a client from Canada, you do not know the CRM system that client is working with. You do not know the CRM system or the kind of systems or tech stack the client in US is working with. You have to adapt to their tech stacks. And what do I mean by tech stacks? Those apps, those softwares that they are using, you have to adapt to them. You like where's Abdallah? You are here, right? Saladin, are you here? He once got a client. Where is he? I think he has dropped. He's always having a network issue. He once got a client and he was asking me, should he tell this client? I told him no, don't do that. Right? You must use what the client is already using. You do not have the right to tell the client, change this. If the client is using Airtable or Typeform, that is what your client wants to use. He just wanted to build N8N to integrate it. So what about a situation whereby your client knows this, but you know this? What do? You read the documentation. So this is where your reading and writing comes into. I could choose to stop here. All right. So you will not get more confused, and then I will, briefly explain it again. All right. But then it is very important that you know these CRM integrations or working with your API. Very important. you understand? And again, use your AI, your ChatGPT, assist yourself. Okay? Like I always tell you guys, I always say it, I do not hide it. Nobody on earth knows API. You can know how to make use of it, but you do not know this one versus this one. If we go now to integrate Slack, get from Slack. If we go to Slack to integrate get, it will take stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 or so to integrate. We will still read the documentation. Do you understand? If you go to integrate another tech stack, it will still take you. So some of them, like Slack, when you're integrating send a message, is different from when you're integrating get a message. They are different. Do you understand? They are like that. They are made like that to protect your data, to protect you from being spoofed. And you do not have anything to do about it. That is the truth. You don't have anything to do about it. You get? You don't have anything to do about it, which means you must do it. You must do it according to how they have made it to be. All right. So what do you not have to do? You will learn. You will learn not the hard way, the soft way. You will learn to do what? Integrate those things. There are 101 CRM systems integratable, but I'm not going to tell you, oh, let us integrate 101, but I'm just going to show you this is the ideology. This is how to do it. So that when you see another one, you do it. When you see another one, you use. When you see another one, you use. But just know that this is the thing here, right? Now, let me go and show you. I know the part you're getting confused is that JSON side and that's HTTP node. That's where you're more confused. So let me go there and show you why. Let me go there and show you things, right? Now, I open it. Look here. Look here very well. In common English, what is query? In common English, what is query?
Question.
Thank you. In common English, what is true?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, in common English, query is the question you are asking. So, what is your question you are asking the internet? This is this. What you want to search. Do you understand? All these other ones came differently. All right. It was ChatGPT that told me that okay, instead of putting false there, I should put it true. Then here, instead of putting include answer, it came false, I should put it true as well. Okay, then I changed all this. Okay, include image description, false, and all this. So anything here. Now, this country, where do I want you to search? Which country do I want you to put the result? I use what? Ghana. All right. But let me come here again. Now, initially, it wasn't giving me results, probably because there were no jobs listed in Canada within that specific time frame I put. All right, but let me try and see if it's going to give me something within 20th to 28th. Let's see what is going to produce there. Okay. It did not produce anything, right? Which means, yeah, it did not produce anything. So let me use 0, 1, or let me use 10 and see. So I understand this one. Now, there are several systems you can use. There are several systems you can use. Right? There are several. You have your SAP API. You have a couple of them out there. Okay. You check the one that works within what you want, and you use it. Okay. Yeah. Someone is asking a question or what, or raising hand. Who is that?
I am the one, sir.
Okay. Shoot, what's your
I just
question?
have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so from what you've done for us here,
Mm-hmm.
my concern is on the time, the range, the time range,
Mm-hmm.
the start time and the end time,
Yes.
which we have specified specific dates, specific
Yes.
dates.
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is, subsequently, when this flow is executing. So hence we specify specific dates. How will that adapt to the new date range? Because this in this scenario, we didn't say use 2 weeks backward, which will automatically means whatever date that is being queried, it should do 2 weeks backward. But
Okay.
this one
Good.
we use specific dates.
Good. When I was setting those dates, I made mention of, I don't know, did anyone hear it, or I didn't mention it? I thought I mentioned it though, or I skipped it. I made mention of, if we watch your building, right? It's like you can build this into your form, the date into your form. Then you map it from your form, right? Which is actually best. So let's say you want someone to set something within a date range. All right. Now that date range will you put the form, so, you put the that date in the form so that the person will fill and select a date range in the form. Then if you come here, you map it so that it will be dynamic. Depending on whatsoever somebody picks from the form, it will come here to insert. If you do it this way, anything you had coded is going to remain there forever. All right. Anything you had coded, so hard coding is not advised. Okay. But if it's going to be confusing, I can go back to the form, redesign the form, and do this. But I believe by now you should have understood what I mean by add it to your form. This is this is the this is the fifth class. Yeah. So by now you should have understood what it means to say, okay, add it in your form. Do you understand?
Yes, yes, I do.
Does every other person understand? Syrian.
Yeah, I'm with you. I can't tell for every other person, but what
Okay,
you're
sorry.
saying is that
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead.
So what you're saying is that is either we add it, we design it from our form, or we
Yes.
do it here in the within the flow. But you will advise us to do it within the flow. Hence, whatever we do in the form is like is hard coded, so it's going to remain like that. Am I correct?
No. I'm saying that it is best you do it on your form so that you can map your form. Just like I mapped the country and I mapped the query. So
Okay. Okay.
if it was coming from the form, all right, I will simply map it there so that the date anybody selects with what is going to come there to search within that date range. Anybody, you understand? But what I did was hard coding. Hard coding is not the best option, it's not the best practice. Because you say why? Hard coding is not the best
Okay,
practice
it's clearer now.
because imagine somebody is coming to search for automation job next 5 months. It will still use.
Yes, can you continue, please?
Okay, well,
So my question is
okay, well, you have a question.
yes, yes, please. My question is, can we map more than one country so that the search is not limited to one country? You know, for the from the example that you gave now, you mapped Canada as a country, and the search is also limited to Canada, I guess. So can we map more than one country so that the search can, go a wider range? Yeah, that's my question.
Yes, I think so. So let's just try something here and see if it can go. Let's try something and say, let me add Nigeria and see if it can go. If it doesn't go, okay, yeah, it doesn't go.
Sorry, Mr. Chibuze. Sorry, Mr. Chibuze. But this Canada is coming from the form, right?
Yes, I just had coded
But what
this
is
by
I think we're missing something here, because what he's asking is, I think he's mistaking the Canada coming from the form and the time you had coded directly here. So I
no,
think that's what he's
no,
asking. He's he's missing it.
no, he asked,
No.
he's asking,
From what he did now, he need to input. He had the option of not including Canada, and he insisted of in including Canada, so that the
yes.
jobs that the AI is going to bring is going to be the one that is available in Canada or that has been posted on Canada, whatever. So that's why I'm asking that, can we do more countries so we are not limited to a particular country?
So that is what I'm trying to do here, right? So it's rejecting this stuff here, but then there are ways to do it. So I think, okay, let me do this. Let me do this. All right, let me copy this, put here. Let's see if it's going to give Nigeria. You understand? No, I think here, or no. Let's see if it's going to pull from two countries. So yes, you can actually map more than one country. All right. So this is it now. So it means that you're going to add another country. All right. That's I added Nigeria and it has gone. But initially when I added it here, so if you're having different countries, you add here. All right. But I think on SAP API, can you do all of them on one line? I don't want us to use more than one here so that our head will not burst. But when we enter, now the thing is that when we enter AI, some of these things we are doing, we might even repeat them, and we are entering AI the next class. Next class is an AI class. All right. How we AI what's it called? AI agent, AI use cases, and the rest. Understand? So this is this, all right? Okay, somebody has a question, sorry. Somebody else has a question. Nancy, go ahead.
Okay, sir. I wanted to ask before now, when you were linking the form, when you were creating um the whole account that you were creating on type
Mm-hmm.
form.
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw something like client secret. What do they mean by client secret? Are we going to put the what we are creating for the client, or is this coming from our own account?
See,
Let's say we have a client we are dealing with. Are we
yes,
going to get
if
it from the
if the
person's?
client if the client has besides what you are using your own account for test, but you're using
Okay.
the client's account for production, right? Now your client has a type form, your client has a type form account, has a Tavli account, and all these things. Okay, you are the one
Okay,
to
that means
tell.
the client is supposed to have all these accounts already.
Yes. Now I
Okay.
talked about tech stack. Tech stack means, let me explain it again. Tech stack means the programs, softwares, application, websites that your clients use. You're not the one to determine for them what they will use. They are the ones who tell you, I use type form. So I need an automation, an N8N automation that will capture data from type form. Do you understand? They
Oh,
are the ones
okay,
to
okay.
tell you, I use jot form. I use Jot form, I use Google form, I use this form, I use that form. So when they tell you that this is what they use, you will now be the one to find out how to link it into
Okay.
N8N.
To N8N. Okay.
Yes. So
That is when we are now going to be
most of your clients,
careful with their secrets.
yes, yes, most of your clients are not, most of them are not, um, they are not technical. You understand? So you're virtually going to be the one to even direct them. So imagine that reading how to get API or client secret is hard for you, and you're not going to be the one to. How will you now direct your client to get this things for you? All right, because sometimes the client may not give you access to their Typeform or to their Airtable or to other things, right? But then you will now tell them, okay, go here, or you will come here, copy this and explain it to them, be on call with them, explain to them what they'll be doing, do it like this, go here, go there, go there, go here. All right, they will get the item for you. Then you use it what you want to use. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, I understand now.
Hmm. So I wanted us to, okay, fine. Let's leave this here. You are going to incorporate this, start with AI, and the other one we did, we are also going to incorporate it with AI. Okay? But the most important thing here is, I've used Stavely for you on headkeeping. So you're going to do two. You're going to use Stavely and you use SAP API as your assignment. Full search results. For those, if you want to use flights, you can use flights on SAP API. You can use map. You can use anything. All right. But use this same model, this same system I use here, this same method I use here. Use it on your SAP API. So you are doing Tably exactly what I did. Then you will now do any use case with SAP API. All right. Now, essence of this class today is the CRM integration. Okay. I will not go ahead to store in spreadsheet. We have stored a lot in spreadsheet. We have stored a whole lot in spreadsheet. However, instead of storing in spreadsheet, you can explore how to store in Airtable. All right. So can we use the next 10 minutes to do Airtable? Or should you go and try out
Yes.
Airtable by yourself?
Yes, please.
We can use it.
You can go and try it by yourself, right?
So you can just show us
No,
the
no.
step.
Show us,
Try
please.
it out.
Okay, let's assume I want to store these results here on Airtable. I'll go here. Two ways. There is Airtable here. There is Airtable, right? Now, look at this.
Please, what is
Unlike, what did you say?
what is Airtable first?
Airtable is a storage database, just like spreadsheets, just like your Excel. All right. And a lot of companies use it, individuals use it as well. So it's just a more flashy and more complex but simple database with a lot of capabilities. All right. Now remember, Airtable is is a platform of its own. It has its own automation as well. Airtable has its own automation as well, entirely on its own. We are not here to learn Airtable. I'm going to show you how you can transfer data from one place to Airtable. That is to show you how you can people, whether it is from spreadsheet into Airtable, you can always do that. All right. Now, just like just like your spreadsheet. You can see here, get many bases, get base schema, create a record, create or update a record. On spreadsheet is what? Append. Or here it's create a record. And this is what? So what you're going to use here is create a record. But then let me come here. Hold on. Let me come here and delete my Airtable API or token, so that you'll be seeing that I don't have silver or gold. I do not have. You've seen now, right? I don't have any, right? Then I will go to Airtable. I told you guys to create account on Airtable, right? I will go to Airtable, airtable.com. All right. Create account on Airtable. If you created account, you just log in on Airtable. Okay, you log in on Airtable. This is what you're going to see. And when you see this on your Airtable, what you need to do is start with Omni, start with templates, pick upload, build an app on your own. All right. Then let's say we build an app on your own, right? Click on build an app on your own. But before we start building app, we need to link this Airtable, or okay, let us even say leave the link here. Let us do this app and rename this. So let us rename this to the let's name it to week 2 day 2. All right. Then this is create new. We are going to create new table. All right. Okay, this is grid. That's fine. It already has a default grid though, right? But let's use this grid I've created now. Now this is name, this is notes, this is assignee, this is status, and these are the things just like a spreadsheet. But this one comes with things like this. So what are the data that we need to store, right? Let's use something from there. Now, what are the data? What data do we need to store? We have to store name, and we have to store maybe job location. Let's just take it that we store job location. Job location. All right. Now this is a raw data, okay? And here we have to store. Now one thing with Airtable is that you pick the data type. You pick the data type. Do you understand? You're going to pick the data type. It's not just the other one that you just pick anything, okay? So here, let me pick job details, for instance. Job details from tablet. Okay, and I pick long text. Okay, and I pick long text. Okay, status. Do we need status? Do we need all these ones? Let's just delete this and just pick one or two things that we need here. Let's delete this as well. Yeah, let's delete this and delete this. Okay, so let's just map name, job location, and job details from tab, right? Now, I've created my table. So assuming I've created my table on Airtable. Assuming I've created my table on Airtable, right? So what then do I have to do? I will have to go here to N8N. I have to go to N8N, right? Set up my credential. I don't know how to set up credential. I don't know. But should that be a problem? No, it's not going to be a problem. So I will either use the O2 or access token. But let's use access token. So this access token, do I know where to get it? I don't know where to get it. So what do? I will simply go and read docs on N8N. Look at it. You can use this credential. Look at it. Prerequisite. Create a Airtable account, supported authentication method, access token, or auth2. Related resources, blah, blah, blah. Now, using personal access token, I consent, right? Now, okay, to create personal access token, go to Airtable Builder Hub Access Token page. What will I now do? I will now look for Airtable Builder Hub. Where is it? Airtable Builder Hub. Airtable Builder Hub. I will go there. All right. Good. Then it will tell me what. Okay, sorry. What's the next thing it tells me? Personal access token page. Okay, that is here. I'll go there. Let me delete this one. Okay, here. Let me delete this one. So what's the next thing it tell me? Select create new token. I'll select create new token. What is another thing? Enter a name for your token like this, like that. I'll enter the name, right? So let me enter week 2 day 2. All right. Another step, add scopes to your token. Refer to Airtable Scope Guide for more information. I can go here and read the scopes guide. Okay. N8N recommend using these scopes: data records read, data records write, schema based read. So what does it mean? I'll add scope and say data record read, data record write, data record comment, data record. Okay. Then another thing I need to add is what? Schema based read. Okay. Then is there another thing? Select the access for your token. Choose from single page. I'll now go here. What is there? Access for token and choose from a single page. So what do I need? Here, the particular base is accesses. That one I created now. That base I created. Okay. I choose it. Then it tells me select create token. I will now select create token. Okay. Let me go again and see. Airtable opens a modal with your token display. Copy this token and enter it in your N8N credential as the access token. I'll now go here. I'll copy this. Click on done. All right. I'll come to this N8N here. Paste that token here and click on save. And let us see. Has it turned green? Yes, it has turned green, which means it has integrated. Do I know how to do this? No. But how did I do it? By simply creating that, right? Now, look at this base, table 1. Now, that table 1, just like we mapped on spreadsheet, can you see those things? Name, job, location. I will just do what? What is the person's name? Let me collapse all this. Although this is not a cleaned data, actually, so I just use it for, let's just use it for demonstration, right? So let me pick name here, and I give space. Since I want the two names to be one, then job location, Canada. All right, then details from, I can just pick one detail from here, right? And put here, just for demonstration sake, because we've not cleaned that data. All right, see them, they have been added. So if I go back to my Airtable table, you will see this data, just like you did on your spreadsheet. Okay, where is it? This is this here, right? You see that data there. Look at it, my chain, this. So what do I need to do? I can delete this one. Okay, so because here it creates. This is not like I use create, so it creates a new sheets as it goes, right? This is not like what's it called, like spreadsheets that appends on the ones available. So this one will keep creating table and keep going. You understand? So Look at the thing. So this is how to integrate your CRM, any CRM at all. You read the documentation. All right, you read your documentation. So here we have simply integrated this. Okay. Subsequent classes will start exploring get. I know some of you will be asking that, what if data has been stored and maybe to avoid that data storing twice? Okay, we are going to explore that in subsequent classes. Okay, where you have to place a get or to search through. Maybe you using your Airtable, you know that there is a function on Airtable that is search through. Search, right? Sorry, let me open the Airtable, which means it will search and do what? Know if it exists. Search records, right? So there are several things you can do. Even if Airtable node does not exist, you shouldn't say because it doesn't exist, you wouldn't make use of it. That means if it doesn't exist, you use what? Your HTTP request node. Okay? Is this well understood or is it still complicated? Bill Chris, let's hear.
Has added our problem.
Yes, hello, Chair. My question is, how can we identify what organization uses, like what form they use, Can we identify it by their CRM?
No, they're the ones to tell you.
Okay. So, which means their choice always varies, right?
Yes. Their choice is very. So I could be your client and I will tell you, maybe in the job post, I could tell you, or if it is a gig like on Upwork, Fiverr, or any other place, or somebody tells you, okay, if it's a gig, they will tell you, okay, I need somebody to automate N8N with type form. But if it's a company that has employed you, by there you start knowing their tech stack, right? What they use. Then
But there are some massive organizations that like you already had a choice, have a choice. Probably one can figure that out by doing research, right?
Yes. Yeah. I think there's actually a system you can use to scrape the tech stack a company uses. There's a system like that. You scrape it, check the tech stack they use, and you find out.
Yeah, I asked the question because I thought that's quite smart, because if you prep yourself before, engaging with such organizations, it cannot give you a head start,
Yeah, there are crawlers. I forgot to, there are crawlers you use to check the tech stack that they use. If I remember, or you guys can Google it, right? Check how to check the tech stack a company uses, all the softwares, all the apps they use. But they interconnect all these things online onto their website or onto their database, and you get exposed to web crawlers. Right.
Appreciate that.
Okay. Any more questions? See, let me tell everybody.
My question is, sorry, please. You've been on this project, for how many years now, please?
Since last year.
Okay, that's amazing. Thank you.
All right. So,
hello.
Yes, Colin Java.
Hi, how are you? And good evening to everyone. Mine is just a quick one, and is related on the HTTP node. Probably, how did we link the Tavili API to the N8N? Because that's where now I think I didn't get it through completely. Yeah.
Okay, you go to Tavli, you read the documentation on Tavli, then you scroll down, you will see the CURL. Now this CURL, let me show you here. Okay, you go here. Now, this CURL here, right? You go to Tavli. Where is Tavli? This is Tavli. This is let me show you again. Documentation. Remember, I've been saying documentation. check documentation,
Yes.
right? Then this documentation here, you explore, you go down, you see to search the web, to extract web pages, to crawl web pages, so whichever one you want to do, but we wanted to search the web. So I use the CURL. This is the JavaScript, this is the Python, but I wanted the CURL. So I copied the CURL, went here, pasted the CURL, right?
Yeah.
I pasted the CURL. Now inside the CURL, okay, inside the CURL, it's very important to note that something like this is going to come up. Okay, let me paste it again so that you guys can see. Let me paste it afresh so that you can see again. I pasted the CURL afresh, right? And I import. Look at what's going to happen. Bearer token. Now, this bearer token is where your API key needs to be. Bearer token. So I'll clean this token and leave only the bearer. I'll clean it. Leave only the bearer. Then I will go to Tavly, go to API keys, create my API key. I'll create an API key, right, in Tavly, which I created an API key already. I'll create, if I have not created, I'll create, then I'll copy it, go to this bearer, paste it. Paste this API key, right? Now, because of that CURL, every other thing has been added. So as everything has been added, I'll just simply go here, click on expression, open it wide, then change all these parameters as I need to change them, the way I need them. I will change them one by one. So that's the way I need them. Now, country, since I have a country coming, I'll map the country. Since I have the search query, query means what do you want to search? I want to search this AI engineer, automation engineer jobs. You understand? So that is how you do that. It is not just limited to Tavly, it's also others. That is the way you use others. All right?
That's all I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you. That's very clear.
All right, thank you. Okay, another person? Another question? Any other question? This place is quiet today. Okay. Should I give you people team? Okay.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Today is Sunday. By Wednesday we enter into AI. So come prepared on Wednesday. Let's explore the world of AI agents and their use cases. Right? You see that we've done 5 days without touching AI. Okay. And like I always advise you, if you want to be an automation engineer, spend at least 2 weeks. Do not touch anything AI agent. You see that once you enter AI agent, most of you will forget these particular things that we did, and you want to do everything AI, everything AI, everything AI. But one key thing there is that even those AI, those routing logic you're going to do in AI and all those things, you still use these core nodes that we are doing. You have to still use them in your AI. All right. So you need to, first of all, finish with this one. And then you always have to practice and do your practice step by step. Most fine. If you did not do the assignment in the past, trust me, you'll be finding this class to be difficult. True of course. You finding this class today more difficult. If you don't do the first assignment, you'll be finding the second class difficult. If you don't do the second assignment, you'll find the third class difficult. So that is how it progresses, and keep doing. Right. So I always encourage you to always practice. Don't do your assignment because I say you should do your assignments. do your assignment because you have to do your assignment and you need to study. And that is why every class I have to give you an assignment. All right. So the assignment for today, which will be submitted on Wednesday by 4 p.m. latest Wednesday. Because the next class is Wednesday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. The assignment, please, someone can write it down and post it in the group for me. Assignment is that repeat this thing I did here. Is that Obinna Collins? Go ahead before I say the assignment.
So the assignments, we are no longer submitting it on the form again. We are submitting on the platform, the group chat.
Yes, I'll have to let that because most people submitting the assignment on the form are giving me error. I said one screenshot. Here, I will tell you, submit only the output. But people will submit 4 screenshots and the workflow will be breaking. I'll just be seeing the errors and I'll ignore it. Instruction is 1 screenshot. Code node, I said 1 output. Only the output of the code node. 1. But some people submit 4, some submit 2, some submit 3. That is outcome. So it is just better, submit it in the group. Let me see. Because if you're supposed to submit 1 and you're submitting 4 screenshots, it will not record. It will error out and it will not record. And I did not put a handling method to handle more than 1 screenshot. I intentionally did it that way. But you can also do a handling method that is going to handle other in case there is more than one. Screenshot, it will handle those ones. But imagine this is a job and they told you to submit 1 screenshot and you're submitting 4. It means that your application did not even reach the people. That is simple instruction and what it does.
There's no space to explain the output.
Yes, I said submit only once. Once I see your workflow, I know what it is. You have come to the group to explain. That is why I say come to the group, explain it in the group. Go to take LinkedIn, explain it on LinkedIn so that people tag me, let me see. You understand? Tag me. So people are tagging me, and all the ones I keep tagging, I always post them. You can even see other people. I've been trying to avoid this, but see, I keep seeing people say, oh, they are learning from social person, they are learning from social people, and they tag them. For mine, I just said, just post and tag me. Do not even give me the accolade. Just tag me. If you can give me the accolade, fine. Just like Queen Ikuji did. She gave me accolade. And I appreciate a lot for giving me that accolade, right? You can tag me. And let me see, like somebody somebody tagged me on LinkedIn. I saw it. I came to the group and I corrected the person. The person had to delete it and post. You understand? So do your thing the way they should do. All right. So the assignment, please somebody help me to write it down. Is confidence here? Confidence. Confidence is not here. If you don't hear to type something that she don't disappear.
Class rep can do that.
Class rep is not around. Confidence is here. Oh. She's here. She don't hear type downs, write assignments now. Her computer keyboard don't fall. Okay, so let me. Who would help me type it down?
Is it Kira? Is good. You can type.
Yes. Kirian Bulem. Kirian Bulem. Who is that person that was presenting that time that I told him? Adeoye, Abi? Adeoye is not as one of. Kirian Bulem, please help us type down the. So the assignment is that.
Okay.
You better say, Kirian, where you did?
I didn't say bedroom.
That's what I want to say.
I heard it. So the assignment is this. Right, to build this one I did here, build exactly like this, number one. Then build another one. Instead of using Tavli here, use SAP API. SAP API, SERP API. Okay. Instead of using Tavli, use SAP API. So you repeat this, then you do another one using SAP API. I need you to start Lord, the impact. All right. That is the assignment. Build exactly this, then do another one using SAP API. So you change Tavli that is inside this one. Use the same HTTP node, though. Don't use SAP API node. Use HTTP request node. You must use this particular node, HTTP, but inside it, use SAP API. All right. Change the search parameters, work on it the way it comes and all that. Okay. Then submit in the group. I want to see. So submission starts tomorrow. Okay. I'm ending the recording now. The deadline for submission is on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Because class is 7 p.m. Nigerian time.